Okay, I'm not going to call this Susan Strikes Again because that would imply that something bad has happened, but Susan has sent more doll stuff, and it's always fun seeing what Susan has sent, so I'm going to open it on video. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put the box though while I do it, because I'm probably going to put a lot of them under the desk too. Well, first thing I'm going to do is open it. Okay. Lots of pre-cut, which it's great colors. And more than enough, I'd say, to make a fun blanket and some doll clothes. Because I can definitely use the centers of these for doll clothes. And my kiddo's gonna love that. Thank you. And then the cloth and doll layers begin. A Beatrix girl. They have fun bodies. The first Beatrix girl I got I didn't like because the arms were too long, but I realized since they're vinyl, actually all you have to do is cut off a little bit and then drill a new hole in, and then the arms are great. So Beatrix girls are fun. This is a repainted Dora? Oh no, it's Old Navy doll. Oh! Oh yeah, I kind of remember these. I don't shop at Old Navy. I've only been in Old Navy like twice in my life. And I think both times I was looking for when they had dolls. Like this. I had forgotten this is what they look like, but she does say Old Navy on her back. And yeah, that is a factory paint job. But it's great because she looks so custom. She's going to be fun. Thank you, Susan. Susan said, well, she sent an email apologizing for needing to put a note in, but when she sent in a reply email was, it's like she's sending the thrift store to me. My thrift store doesn't have this much good stuff at once. My thrifting, you know, over the course of a few months I'll have accumulated this much good stuff, but not all at once. This is Chrissy or Velvet. I can never remember them. My collection of ideal dolls is growing. Red-haired ideal dolls. I have her, I have the Melody, I have a, what's it called? The Pioneer Girl, the Colonial Girl Jody, who has red hair. So, another red-haired ideal doll. And cloth. Oh, this suede stuff is fun. This is a woven, and it's synthetic, so it's really durable, but it has a really nice crepey finish to it. Good color. Ooh, this is very delicate. This is nice. Part of the reason I don't make a lot of really delicate doll clothes is because I'm not just generally, when I'm out shopping, I'm going for the loud prints from the cottons. Especially I think that the bigger dolls will benefit from this. And it feels like it's silk. Then we get the loud prints. There's quite a bit of this. Let's see, is that... When I see the bigger stuff, I just start thinking, could I use that for me instead of just dolls? That's a nice neutral print. That will mix well with things. I always like the pink and green florals. I think he sent a little bit of this before, but I really like it. I want to make at least one Ken men's doll shirt out of it. Actually, this dude back there is wearing a very similar brown floral shirt. Oh, this will make fun skirts. Oh, what is this? Applause Pocahontas. With inset eyes. I was wondering if that head would work on his smaller body. Or, oh, yeah, there's a head. I'm not going to show you yet because it's from the thrift. It's from my regular video. This could work on that body. Getting ahead of myself. Too many plans. So much cloth. Alright, so there. You'd actually sent me this before, but not much. So I am happy to see more of this. Because I was just going through my doll cloth the other day, and this matches really well with something else, but I didn't have much of it. So I can do that. That's a good color combination. Oh, this is another nice neutral small scale print. You'd sent these before. I think I used all I had of this from before, and this I have paired up with something that I haven't done anything with it yet. I've had prints like this before, but I think this is a little more elegant than the ones I've had. Can't go wrong with a loud tartan. More vintage paisleys. And right now it's looking like this might be the first thing to get made into a doll dress. This is really calling out to be a doll dress to me. I mean, all of it is, but this really is saying a doll dress. Gingham is always a neutral that's appreciated. Okay, those will probably get used together. I thought this is like the leaf print at first, but it has bare paws. Green nylon. I like to use nylon as linings because it's a little more stable than linings and doll clothes. It's a little more stable than most lining cloth is. But it's still slick enough. Oh, that's nice. A neutral paisley. And I've had a print a lot like this before, but the one I had on the cloth wasn't as nice as this. I'll have to go through my archives of doll clothes I made to see how similar that is to this print. I have pretty much come to the conclusion that I don't need to buy any more doll cloth this year. I really don't need to buy cloth for me either. I'm still trying to work through all the cloth that I have. I can be really productive if I would just sit down and start making things. And at this point, those go together. At this point, I really should use all the time that I would have used for shopping for cloth to make things. You'd seen some of this before, and I have used it, so I like having more of it. Oh wow, I don't know who to grab next. Her hair is really nice. Usually the hair's not this. I'm assuming this hair has been brushed out, because when you're thrifted, they're usually not that nice. Oh, I don't think I've had a fully articulated Equestria Girls doll before. So she'll be fun to play with. Probably keep the head, but you never know. Oh, a hobbit body. I know you watch the videos, so you probably know that I really like the hobbit bodies now for... Actually, I like them in general, not just for Ever After High Heads. I find that I like them in general with some changes. Like I found one with articulated knees that I'm going to try to articulate the arms on. And then put a Barbie head on it that I want to reroute, so who knows when that will happen. Maxie! I think I thrifted a Maxie once and then immediately put her on eBay, so this will be fun to actually have a Maxie to play with. And again, her hair is in really good shape, although I think it has been brushed because the crimping is so fluffy. She still has her earrings. I remember being a kid and in love with Gem dolls, and when Maxi came out, I was really underwhelmed because I preferred the wildness of Gem dolls. And I've read that's the theory about why Maxi didn't do well in general. So there's both Hollywood, yeah, 2 Hollywood hair Barbies, which I only recognize because the long hair and the earrings. Usually when I find dolls with super long hair on the thrift table, their hair is a horrible snarled mess and I send them immediately to Tiffy, but these won't need that. These are laying next to each other and I'm unfolding them because they're probably going to get sewn together because I like those together. You send me boxes full of ideas, Susan. And I still haven't oiled my chair, obviously. Okay, I've recently realized with that doll I thrifted last week and the tree trimming Barbie that I thrifted a while ago and the doll who was actually one of my favorite superstars from the late 90s, that I really like superstar Barbies with green eyes, so she's fitting in very nicely with that. Thank you. She needs a little cleaning up, but she's in good shape mostly. And then we have 2 of these, which I know what they are, but I'm blanking. I do know that Lena Blue just put one of these heads on a 17-inch Endless Hair Kingdom Barbie body, and it looks really good on that body, so these work better. These work well on larger bodies. And more cloth. I'm getting ahead of myself. Just seeing how much. There's a decent amount of this. More paisley. You need a small amount of this before, which I believe I've used all of it. Another neutral print. A fantastic and decent amount of a striped chintz. Oh yes, this is definitely going with my not obsessive at all collection of thrifted chintz fabric. And being used for doll clothes. That was all cloth at the bottom. There's another layer of dolls. That's interesting. I like that. I like stuff like this. And this is what I actually did like a second double take on. I had this cloth, only instead of being a sort of brown and green, it was a little more olive green and green. And this is what I made a doll dress from, 2 doll dresses. Actually, when I first decided I was going to start sewing doll clothes, because before then I'd spent a few years sewing female action figure clothes, which is a lot of, vinyl and straps. And then I decided I wanted a Blythe, so I decided to earn money for that Blythe. I would sew real doll clothes, not the leather stuff, and not for action figures, but for actual dolls. And the cloth like this was one of the first ones that I used for those dresses, and I still have, I think, both of the dresses. because nobody bought them, but that's fine. So that was a jolt of nostalgia to see this. I see a lot of Halloween stuff in here. Huh. Adorable glass beads. I just reconfigured my bead storage so that instead of being in lots of little compartments, it's all in one big tin, hoping that the randomness will give me more inspiration. But I don't know if I'll be able to bring myself to just dump all the Halloween stuff in there. Or if I should use it all. There's too many ideas. I want to make everything right now. The cats don't quite know Jingle Bells enough to be in here getting those. And then one of the last boxes Susan sent that had a lot of cat toys in it, I was disappointed that Chip really wasn't interested in them, but the Floof loves them. The Floof will charge across the room, attack one of those pom-poms, and just start kicking it, which is hilarious to see this giant floofy cat wrapped up around a pom-pom and kicking it with her back feet. Have some olive green beads a lot like this. Those will go very well with this other Halloween stuff. And I love beads. Beads are a thing. I actually was into making jewelry for that little amount of time in high school when I pretended that I didn't like dolls. And my mom was really into making jewelry too, but I have to limit myself to how much jewelry making supplies I have, just because most, so much of my time goes into dolls and sewing that I don't have time for beads. Even though I don't do anything, I occupy my time enough. I know people love, I actually don't know a lot about Sailor Moon, but I'm learning. Like, I had no idea that her hair looked like that. So that's cool. I've seen people do some beautiful repaints of these too. Okay, there is a note in this one. It is Mattel talking Diva Stars. I've always honestly been interested in Diva Stars body because it's like the 99 belly button body, only smaller. No idea if she still, oh, I don't know if she still works. I'll find out some other time. I've actually never had a Diva Stars, but I always thought they would be interesting to mess with. I had a Sour Grapes that I thrifted and I passed her on, and then when I looked at my pictures recently, it's like, oh, I kind of wish I still had Sour Grapes. And this, I don't know if she's in the frame, but I thrifted this gal's dress, and she's wearing it, so now I can have multiple dolls wearing it, and the great hat, and the pink hair is nice. Craft doll head. I look at these on eBay constantly. Look at lots of craft doll heads on eBay to see what's interesting. And there's more cloth. Oh, eyelet. So I'm getting better at making sweet doll clothes, and having eyelet and lace helps a lot with that. Honestly, my first thought was this is I can make some patio furniture. It's canvas, it's a little heavy. Maybe some vintage style pants lining. I think you'd sent this before, but I like it. Oh, more Halloween. Does that glow? Probably not. We'll find out. So, butterfly. And again, to me, this is a neutral. There's only two colors and they're related, it's neutral. This will probably end up a zipper pouch because I don't want to lose those monsters in the folds of doll clothes. Ooh, I really like this one. Oh hey, this is a knit. Now, or is it a flannel? Oh no, it's a flannel. Super Canadian flannel. Oh, that's really nice too. Flip Fashion, illustrated by Lucille Clark. The Mix and Match lookbook. Here's this. 2012. Okay, it's one of those where you get the title and then the... So just completely randomly flipping. We get a street Harajuku fairy tale punk rocker. And I can see why she probably sent this to me because this is how I dress my dolls. So that will be fun to look through. The kiddo might even have fun with that. So I don't think I have this one. I never had any FDQs. I used to get Barbie Bazaar in Walmart. But it got to the point where the editing, it was so badly laid out and edited, and I was being a really snob about it. And then they stopped printing it. And patterns. Mix and match. More mix and match. And your ridiculous pumpkin people. We're almost to the bottom of this box. This is a holiday style craft panel, but I probably will definitely use this on the edge. Good neutral. Actually, I think you sent this before and I've used it. That will make fun doll clothes. I have been using this consistently. Neutral. Ooh! The moons and stars caught my eye right away, but there were also tiny ringed planets. More of that. Good neutral. That's pretty. It's really dark. Peacock feather. It's napped. It's not a full-blown flannel, but it's napped a little. Oh, that's nice. I really like that. This reminds me of, because it's clover, very Japanese Blythe. And then a faux acid washed denim floral print, which that's super late 80s Barbie. And that's the end of the box, but there's another box.